the GrishaCast is currently covering Ninth House, an adult novel. This is a change from our normal young adult podcast. Please keep this in mind when listening to this episode with children. We will let you know when we return to young adult content.
And I'll tell you guys since we're all friends. Every character I write has a piece of me in them. Hi, I'm Lee Bardugo. You're listening to the GrishaCast.
Welcome to GrishaCast, episode 126. In this episode, we will be discussing chapters 18 through 20 of Lee Bardugo's Ninth House. This is your host, Eric.
And I'm Terry from Nashville, Tennessee. This is your podcast for all things Grishaverse.
A world created by our tea lover as well, Lee Bardugo. Moi saviani casters.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi. So, let's get into some listener cities.
If you insist.
Yes, please.
Okay, so our first listener city that we appreciate so very much is Claypole, Argentina.
Woo! Thank you. And next, we're going to Almaty, Kazakhstan.
Ooh.
Yay! So, we did it. We made it through the intro.
We did. Why does it always seem like we haven't done it in forever?
I don't know.
Even though it's every week?
For some reason, when I was doing the line with discussing chapters, blah, 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 I thought I was going too slow. So that's why I was like, this is your host, Eric.
Yeah, you gotta sped it up there.
Yeah. I get
We have a lot of time, though, in that spot.
We do. And then, sometimes I'll write too long of a world created, and I'm, throwing it in there, and it's like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Lee Bardugo. But hey, it's fun.
It is fun.
I love that we we used to always just say the same thing, and now
Now we don't.
we don't. Just another thing we've got to throw on our plate.
Whatever.
It is perfect. So, anyways, you got a nice little Afghan.
Yeah,
and
getting cozy.
I know. I'm excited. I've got my little pony one. We're just gonna, you all on YouTube, all 5 of you, just enjoy while we start decorating the hell out of this place.
With just all kinds of
Knickknacks.
It's eventually gonna turn into a bedroom.
Yep.
So
We're just gonna have a bed, and we'll just be laying on it. Yeah.
In our PJs.
Oh,
with our hair not done.
remember those TV trays that sat in the bed?
Yes.
Someone brings.
Remember.
Oh my God.
Have those.
Okay. Yes, we're gonna get a bed up in here, and we could just live here. Might as well just get a fridge over
Right?
here. I mean, hey.
Have to build a bathroom.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna say what I know is outside, but yeah.
I was waiting to see if
I
that was
mentioned
gonna
it.
get brought up.
I didn't want to,
That is
but
a fun story for another day.
yeah, another day.
Hmm.
We won't remember it though. But Chris did a great job of building. Okay, I'll say it really quick. Not the story, but I don't live on a campsite. I don't live in a very for some reason my husband loves to build things, and he really does. He's great at it, to be honest. He can whip things together. As in all of a sudden he decided to build us an outhouse. We have perfectly working toilets and plumbing in our house, but wanted to build one. And I remember leaving the house to go do something for 2-3 hours. Nothing had been done, and by the time I got back, it had been built. And so we have an outhouse in our yard, not in the front yard, the backyard, but
That would be awesome.
just randomly,
It would be awesome to have an outhouse with a window on it in the front yard so you could watch the cars go by while you're taking a poo.
the story behind it is really funny because, and I'll say it quickly as well, Chris wanted to, what came first? The
chili
outhouse?
parties.
Yeah, but did he build the outhouse and then the decision for the chili? I think that's what it was.
The chili parties have been going on for a while.
Okay, and then he decided that he wanted to have a place for
Mhm.
people to go to the restroom instead of having to go through the house. So he built the outhouse.
Yep.
And I always tell all my friends, don't worry, you don't have to use the outhouse. Like you can come inside the house. However, every chili cook-off party that we have, there's always people that love to use that thing.
Well, yeah, it's a toilet outside.
Okay. Moving on. Next subject.
You don't want to talk about pooing outside anymore?
I've never used it. No, I don't want to. Not to everybody about pooping outside. Ugh.
Too much personal information, Eric.
I do enjoy camping, surprisingly, but that is the one part of camping I do not enjoy.
You didn't catch
What I miss.
what I just said. Too
Oh.
much personal information, Eric.
Mm-hmm. It was.
1 star.
That's cute.
Yes.
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 Yes, queen. So, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Settling into the new job.
Jab?
Job.
Are you from North Dakota?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad the new job's going well.
Yes, it's going very well.
You look cute.
Thanks.
You always look cute,
Oh,
but
thank you.
and
Yeah, I've been dressing a little bit, stepping it up
yeah,
since I got the new job because I'm in an important role and people actually see me now. So, like important people.
and you also have a job that isn't the cookie cutter business casual. It's a place that actually accepts you
Oh yeah.
and wants you to be
Yeah,
you.
they encourage
Exactly.
your own style.
Like that's incredible. So I love it.
And it's a whole big thing when I show up. It's like, what is Terry wearing today?
Ooh, you that?
So
You that girl?
yeah,
Aw, I love that girl.
it's fun. And then it's inspired other people too. So like my supervisor was talking about like throwing her clothes away and redoing her wardrobe because she didn't feel like it reflected her. And I was like, do it. Do it.
Yeah, I wish I need to, but I just don't. Ugh.
But we're like, I mean, we do really important work and very
Yeah.
emotional work, but we're also this like trendy East Nashville nonprofit. So I feel like I needed to step it up. And then also, I wanted to get rid of all of my super girly clothes.
Yeah.
Which is at some point we should probably like have a GrishaCast after discussing all the new fun
Yeah.
stuff with all that. But I wanted to get rid of all the frillies and the rufflies and the
Yes, ma'am.
things that didn't feel good anymore.
Yeah.
And so I bought a bunch of new,
That's awesome.
more
It-
masculine clothes. And I was like, feeling good.
It's so important to do
Mhm.
that. It is so important to feel like you are clothes. Like, I mean, I know it's a material item, and I know some people go crazy over it, but it still is, I think, very important, even as we get older, to feel like we're representing ourselves and also just feeling comfortable in who we are. And I love that you are just on this journey of
Mhm.
really being able to explore that.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to be able to do that. I haven't bought clothes in a long time. Like, I mean, actually gone shopping for clothes. Like, I haven't, which I know is very not gay of me.
Stereotypes.
However,
I don't like shopping. I
Yeah.
don't like the act of shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I like there to be the clothes that I want to have in my closet, but
Yeah.
I don't want to go
Find them.
to stores. I mean, it's literally what happened was there were a few like clearances that popped up because it's in a season. And so I just bought a bunch of stuff online on clearance.
Hmm.
So that's how I shop. But I need to get better at like thrifting.
Haven't done that for
The
a while.
problem is like thrifting when you're like bigger, when you're like it's not as easy.
Right.
Like if you're like a small, medium, the world is your freaking oyster.
Yeah.
But when you're curvy, especially when you don't want to wear the frilly things, it's difficult. Because even like shopping in the men's,
Still not.
I mean, it's difficult because as a curvy woman, trying to like wear menswear that's very straight is
Yeah.
very difficult. So I've had to get a little creative, and
You've done good though.
thanks.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. And there's a woman I work with that dresses like strictly masculine, and so she's like, let me send you this store and let me send you that store. So she's been helping a little bit too. So,
Oh, well, good.
yeah.
It's good to have friends that can help lead you in the right direction.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Why am I so yes queen?
You
Or am
are.
I always yes queen? Maybe not.
I mean, you are always a little bit, but today,
Especially today.
yeah,
I don't know.
today you're very yes,
Yes.
queen.
I am. Which so went with that.
We'll
Yeah.
keep doing that.
We'll just keep doing it. So, you know what it is? I figured it out. Okay, so I found. Okay, now this is weird a little bit. I've enjoyed Beyonce's music and who she is for a long time. Appreciated it. I did enjoy that album that was supposed the one with the that song that I don't know. It was a couple years ago. The oh my god, the Partition song and that video, and like I enjoyed that album. However, I'm not one of those people that really followed her that much. I listened to maybe like all the albums that wouldn't like love any like all of them. Okay, so she came out with an album this year, and it dropped at the end of July, and I just found it last weekend, and it is absolutely amazing. Like, I have not stopped listening to it. And one thing that I was really happy about is I put my headphones on, my meat beats, and I was doing my chores, and I started dancing. And I just
Aw.
like, I haven't, I don't know. Come on, everybody has to dance in their house. And when you're in a good place, like you can do that. I haven't personally danced in a very long time, and I love dancing. And I was like cleaning Sam's tank and getting it on. Like every single song has like a great dance beat, and like also like has throwbacks to like some of like the 90s dance like music. Like
Okay.
I loved it. There's an explicit album, which is the only one I listen to, but if you have kids, then you probably should get the other one. But I love it. Like loved it. And I can't stop listening to it. And I just remember the reason I brought up the Partition album is because I remember there were a lot of people that were freaking out that she didn't win any awards for it or was supposed to
Oh,
win.
yeah.
And that was the year that that's right. Oh my gosh. Not Tom Petty. No. Weezer won. No, they didn't put on another album. Who was it? It was somebody that was. Anyways, I'll have to think about it later. um. Anyways, yeah. If you are a Beyonce fan, I don't know how many of those out there listen to the GrishaCast and love Beyonce, but the new album, Renaissance, fantastic. And there's like, here's the cool part. There's parts that I mean definitely are LGBT influenced. I mean,
Mhm.
there's like, I mean, she used it a couple times. Like, category is like she says that. I'm like, well, girl didn't just like get that from nowhere. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
that's like, I mean, our people's influence. Like, come on. And I was really impressed. And there's
But
like,
she also knows she's got a lot of gay fans.
she does. So I think like, I mean, but she's never really talked about that stuff. At least I'm not aware of any time she ever like publicly spoke about being, activist for LGBT. I know she's
She's
always
a gay icon.
she is, and there's a lot of gay icons that we have that we don't know how they even feel about LGBT. Sometimes there are amazing ones, but Yeah, she's a huge gay icon. Just because I mean, drag queens love to lip sync her and
Mhm.
want to be her.
Mhm.
I mean, I want to be her. I mean, she is just
Oh, she is fierce.
yeah, she's God, love it. I
Mhm.
oh my God, she's so beautiful. Like
And confident, and she just like radiates this like really good energy.
I know, and she's so, and then like, I love just how like sweet, and she's got this family, and it's so she's so
Mhm.
strong. She's such a strong mother. But then you listen to these albums, and she's definitely got a freak up in there, and it's like, yes, work, mama, be a freak and get it, and
Uh huh.
make your kids some pancakes in the morning, and
Well, yeah, because life doesn't stop when you have kids.
no. So I definitely recommend for anybody out there that I mean just likes to dance or whatever. Renaissance is my pick. I loved it. Love it. So, yeah, I know. And before that, the album that I loved was like I mean, it was you introducing me to the bands that we were going to see.
Mhm.
So like I loved all that. And anyways. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I'm all hey queen.
Because
Mhm.
you're feeling yourself.
Yeah, I am.
Well, good.
Yeah, I know. I love
You
dancing.
deserve to feel yourself.
So, yes, I do. I do feel myself. We should. How did you? How's the book going? We enjoying it? I am.
I feel like the 3 chapters we read, like it was meant to be a 3-chapter
It was perfect.
grouping. It was perfect.
Yeah, we don't really do that often. Sometimes, well, we don't even think about
It
it.
really worked
But
out. It was like the bomb was dropped, and then it was 2 pieces of background information, and it was just like this neat little like package of a 3-chapter thing. And I was like, wow, we hit that really well.
yeah, because right after you read the first chapter, you wanted to know more, and it was like, and luckily, and Lee went right into it.
Yeah.
So it was just like,
Which is she doesn't typically do that, so
she doesn't because typically it's this you're wanting more of that same story, but the way she's done this,
yeah.
it still worked out
She typically has like a bunch of characters that she has
right.
to bounce back and forth.
And she's bouncing back and forth between time right now. And
Mhm.
luckily, what we wanted to know was in the
Yeah.
past. No, it was in the future. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, we'll get to it. However, let's start off, which is actually in the first chapter we cover. This wonderful picture behind us, if you're looking at, this is Rosenfeld Hall. Yeah, this is actually where Alex and Darlington go, which is the former tomb of St. Elmo's. And this is actually it. Where, like, I mean, and I think I love this because I thought what they went to go do was really interesting. Like, weather
Yeah.
rituals used to take place there, and there's like a storm
And
loose.
because like Saint Elmo's heart ghost something or other is like still kind of connected to it, and so things still happen and they have to go fix it.
The weather always is like, it just happens every once in a while, and it just,
It sounded kind of cool.
it really did. I thought it was really cool.
I mean, it gives you a nosebleed, but it sounded pretty cool.
It did. And it was just a really neat thing. And I love it when, I love the Darlington magic. That's what, you know what? I realized that when I'm introduced to the magic in this book, the ones that I always am drawn to are the ones when it's Darlington's involved. It's that time when Darlington's teaching Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, this is a really cool chapter. They're just going to stop the weather, and I love Darlington's point of view, and how this is written, because it was just written really well. Where like we're in Darlington's head, you hear him all of a sudden be concerned about. He thinks he hears this.
Yeah.
He hears this like. It's like a voice or something. Is it a voice?
Breathing.
He hears breathing.
Yeah.
But
they're setting it up really well.
They are. So he hears his breathing, but he doesn't want to worry Alex. So
Yeah.
he's not bringing it up. So Lee just throws that in there.
And Alex at this point is starting to talk about her past at the same time this is going on. So we've got this whole setup of like, what is about to happen
Yep.
and then what happened. And it's like, it was this really cool
Merge.
and setup to this like momentous.
And it's surprising, I think. I think
Uh-huh.
it's not
Well,
something.
we know something happened
Right.
to both of them,
right.
honestly. Like, we know Darlington is like somewhere something, and then we know that Alex
Has
has a secret.
she's got this past with this girl named Healy.
It's Helly, isn't it?
Healy. Yeah, whatever.
Because
Helly.
her real name's Helen.
Yeah, so it's
Helly.
probably Helly. So yeah. However, like I mean, it's put together really well. She starts to Darlington starts to put some stuff together in his head, which is really kind of cool. And I give him some credit for this because, like, I mean, that was his like maneuvering through the facts of okay, like, so we know that, like, I mean, you got found in a place full of people that were murdered, and that, like, I mean, there was a girl there that, like,
because she said the name.
Yes.
And so then he's like, he starts to kind of put all the pieces together, and he's like, at this point, he's like, I probably shouldn't say anything, but like, he can't help himself. He starts spilling the tea, which is like, when there's something going on where you're like spooked out and there's like this thing that you think is dangerous going on, that's probably not the greatest time in the world to start calling out somebody that you think did something terrible.
Yeah. However, I think it's so crazy that he all of a sudden, the killer, like, they knew the killer was left-handed.
Yeah.
And Alex wasn't left-handed, but I find it interesting that he puts the pieces together like, okay, so Alex can see grays.
It's like a look on her face.
Yeah.
That is happening at this moment where she turns like dark.
Yeah.
And he can start to kind of like, there's a darkness in her, I don't think he fully comes out and says that, but it's the way that it's written as he's talking. I think he's starting to sense.
So that's how you think he
talks about how he talks about her like dark black eyes with this blank stare and this like, so he starts to kind of feel like there's this darkness.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I mean he does come out and like he said, like, I mean, you
killed them all, basically.
Yeah, and her response is not Helly. And it's like, ooh.
Oh crap.
And at this point also we don't even know like what people she's killed or anything.
No, he does say he kind of starts painting a picture where he's like, these one boy was completely mangled and the two boys in the back had a hole in their chest and a baseball bat just hanging out, but that when she was found, she was spotless, and there's no way that she could have caused the damage, and that the killer was left-handed, blah blah blah. But he's starting to piece it together. And especially, she just basically said yes that she did it.
She did.
She's
like, not Helly.
Not Helly.
And then so he gets relieved because that breathing, he all of a sudden is like, oh, you know what? There's a portal in the corner of here, which by the way is illegal.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have this portal.
I'll just go sprinkle some magic on it.
Right. He's like, I'm just gonna close that up.
I'm just gonna go do a thing.
And he starts to close it up, and then it's just all like something happens where all of a sudden it's like it's not being closed up, right?
Yeah, he gets pulled in basically.
He recognizes that something that we as the reader don't really recognize what it is. Is that correct?
Something had hold of him. Darlington knew he'd made a terrible mistake.
Right. So
this was not a portal, not at all.
Right. But like, okay, so like, what is it? We don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's till the beginning of we could go to, but he does like the line is, he says out loud, "It's not a portal," he said in the basement of Rosenfeld Hall. It's a
Yeah.
MUH dot dash, and
yeah,
then he's
that was
gone.
like his last words.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
what? Something with an M. But it's gonna be some kind of magic word,
Yeah.
like something that like we can't just like sit here and try to
Yeah.
guess as much as I would love to.
But once we know like that she was the killer in this horrific thing,
Ugh.
we go to her story. We actually learn what happened, which seems really fairly early on in the world of Lee. So I was kind of shocked. I thought we would have to go farther than that.
I know.
But I mean, basically, she's hanging out with the wrong crowd. We knew that to begin
yeah.
with. And there's like a guy that is like just a total douchebag,
Disraeli, yeah.
and he likes to hurt
Girls.
for fun.
And we find out that Helly is someone that actually she is very, very, very close with.
Yes.
Like, very close with. And don't we even learn, or maybe it was before, because Helly's been have we met Helly before, or is this the first time we've really met Helly? Because
this is the first time we've really...
Okay, she's in a really weird relationship with somebody that does not obviously really respect her at all.
Yeah.
Alex doesn't. Len, is that his name?
Alex is with Lynn.
And because Alex meets Helly by Len bringing her home.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
that's kind of crappy, but she felt like she likes her. There's something that happens.
And they hang out all the time. They go to movies. They go to parties.
Yeah, they live the life that is it's very free. It's the young hipsters that living off the grid, gonna live my own life.
It's more of a
and also homeless.
It's more of a
poverty.
Unhoused, drugged up, no money.
Yes, it is.
Ripped clothes, stinking.
There's some poverty stuff in there. It's just, but also
it's messed up. I mean, it's not. We don't need to romanticize it. It's.
I know. Yeah, it's not.
It's really messed up.
It is. And the thing that sucks is this just brings a reality, I think, that some people don't realize is if you're in that situation, you live in that, it is not easy to get out of. And you do not have many options to survive. You have, selling drugs and things like that is your only option. It's just
to pay whatever bills you have to eat. Yeah, you do what you have to do to survive. And
see, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's fine.
There's a moment where it reminded me of when I was really bad off on using drugs and things like that. It's when they go to it's the day of the party and Helly's I want to go watch a movie, and Alex is oh, but we won't have enough money to get home.
Mhm.
Helly's response was exactly what I used to say when all I had was enough money to get for rent, but I was I'm gonna go spend it on something else.
We'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was we will figure it out.
That's a problem for future me.
Yes. And oh my God, I used to say that all the time, and that is a maybe in this decision, it's not that bad. It's just you're trying to get a bus ride back home. But when I was you know what? I'll come up with rent all over again.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. But it's sad.
It is. And Lynn is trying to impress this person. So he's basically wanting to throw the girls at him.
And this is also, I'm sorry, this is also when I think we fully find out that Alex is Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Fully, yeah. Just because there's the mention of Len, he's trying to impress that guy, and he's an Israeli guy, so Len, whenever he's not in the company, calls him a dirty Jew or something. Mm-hmm. It's just it mentions that, Alex cringes at it and remembers her grandmother lighting the shop with candles. And I was like, oh, go girl! Jew representation. Mm-hmm. We all over Lee's writing. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
you're
interrupted.
fine.
Well, but
No, so
it's disgusting throwing
Alex
girls.
is trying to keep Helly from doing that, but Alex falls asleep at the movie theater and Helly disappears to go because I think Helly's doing the same thing. I think Helly is like, if I go, then Alex won't have to be involved.
Oh.
So I think she's like, I'll leave her here sleeping peacefully and I'll go handle it. I think they were thinking of each other.
Wow.
But then once Alex comes back and Helly comes back, Helly's really bad off. Like, she's barely speaking. She's out of her mind.
Yeah.
And they fall asleep. And one of them doesn't wake up.
It's a really sad, like, it's just a sad moment just because, I mean, I was really excited at the beginning of the chapter when Alex had connected to someone, and especially because do you get the vibes that Alex and Healy, like, I mean, have, like, I mean, were possibly in love or had this, like, like, I know that they were with men and, like, it wasn't said, but I feel like there's, at least Alex definitely had a crush or would love. I feel like there's just more there than friendship
I mean, it's hard to tell. It could just be that they finally had something
together.
that wasn't men trying to use them in any
Right.
way. So it wasn't like explicit exactly.
Yeah.
But at the very least, it was love on a friendship level. But that moment where she wakes up in the morning and Helly's sitting there
Smiling.
and she's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And then realizes that she's seeing her as a ghost and her freaking physical body is laying there. Like, that's super weird.
It's, oh,
But of course, like, Alex is feeling some kind of way, as anybody would, and the boys are like, "Oh crap," and they're trying to like do something with the body, and
it's disgusting.
it's a whole like big thing. But she sees, I think Helly's ghost is freaking out over the whole thing, and she's trying to retract like away from the situation, and Alex is like,
It's the other way. I think it's the other way around.
"Oh," because Helly was saying,
Helly's the one that
Helly was saying, "Let me in."
Yeah, which is like, what? Like, at first I was like, let me in? What the hell? Like, I just remember, like, I was like, I'm so confused.
Yes. Helly was saying, "Let me in." Alex doesn't know what to do. She's feeling kind of, I mean, yeah. But "let me in" was "let me possess you." So, like, Alex gets possessed by her own best friend, and it gives her this, like, super strength, and that is how those boys ended up like that, which is...
Before we get to that, like, it's the same part. When they get together, there's a line in there that is so beautiful. It describes how Alex felt when Ellie got into her. She felt torn open to make room for another heart.
Yeah.
I just thought that was like, oh, I know, but this is what's crazy is like, I mean, but they're both like, it's not. See, I don't know if I'd call it possessed because I feel like if you're possessed, you are totally the other person. You're in.
I'm using it strictly as a ghost in a body.
Yeah, but they're both in there, and like, I mean, they both like, and together they have like super ghost gray strength, and yeah, they get that. They get a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And just, bye, boys.
And that's where the left-handedness comes in.
Home run.
Yeah. Play ball.
Bring them home, boys.
And so, yeah, that's the secret of what happened with all of that, which is,
yeah.
I didn't see that one coming. I knew that Alex had to have been involved somehow.
Right.
But I wasn't expecting that Helly, as a ghost, was in there. But
it was a surprise. And
But Helly Lee, I mean, she can't really feel Helly after.
Yeah, after they do that, and so what I do after they like murder everybody, they go and cleanse themselves, to get like, and
In
I
the
did,
river.
which I actually thought was like a really beautiful, like,
Yeah, it was kind of a
cleansing moment.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, literally, they are going to
kind of like a
body.
spiritual thing.
Yeah, they're going to a body of water to like get that off,
Mhm.
and they both go home and go back to sleep. And unfortunately, when Alex wakes up, Helly is gone. And my question a little bit is, I don't know, I guess I mean, so Helly was alive 1 minute, and then all of a sudden she's a gray. There's got to be like some weirdness to figuring out what you can do. My question is, how did Helly know, like, hey, let me get up inside you and we can be superhuman strength together?
Yeah.
It's just so weird. But maybe there's a manual that she gets like sent automatically, and it just like,
Maybe while Alex was sleeping, she was reading her manual for the recently deceased.
well, it could happen. It when I read this the second time, for some reason it kept on making me remember the movie Ghost
Oh.
and Whoopi Goldberg, who gets like, do you remember that movie?
Mhm.
Like, it was just, and she's Oda Mae Brown.
Mm-hmm.
She's hilarious in that. Molly, you in danger, girl. I love that movie. I need to watch it again. But there's a part in it specifically where Whoopi Goldberg plays this like supposedly fake medium. Like, she's pretending to like fake it, and anyways, all of a sudden there is somebody that possesses her, and his name's Orlando, and she's got like his family, and it's like, damn, baby, what'd you do to your hair? Oh, Orlando, do you like it? It's summer something. Autumn light. I don't know. I love for some reason I know that movie too well. Yeah. Autumn sunrise, that's what it was. Oh, Orlando, do you like it? It's autumn sunrise. No one has any clue what I'm talking about. But if anybody does, please let me know that you hear me. Come on, Ghost Peeps. That was a cute movie.
Ghost
Whoopi
Peeps.
Goldberg was hilarious in it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good old movie though, because Patrick Swayze was in it. Oh God, and who played his wife? She's really
More.
yes, when she was really young. Tragic movie. Okay.
Yes.
So, anyways, moving on.
So.
Do you expect to go to Oda Mae Brown up in here?
So okay, we're back to modern times, and she.
Terry has to get her stuff together because whenever I throw us all off, you never know where I'm going. And Terry's like, "What are we even doing? Are we doing a podcast?" Eric, are you there? Sorry. Grab yourself together. Grab yourself. Put yourself back together. My fault. I did it. So
we're back in.
where are we?
We're at the beginning of chapter 20, but whatever.
I Yeah.
But so we're back in modern times, but she's thinking about the night that Darlington went through the meh.
Meh. I think that's when we actually hear the line. That
It is,
line.
yeah.
The meh.
The meh. It's a meh. And she's like, I would have helped him, but he was gonna go to Dean Shadow, so I kind of didn't.
Yeah.
And so that's her involvement, because she's always like feeling this guilt, like
There we go. Yeah, she didn't.
she didn't help him because he was talking about going to Shadow.
And also, I think maybe, like, I mean, she didn't. In that situation, if someone says, "Hey, I got this,"
And
she
yeah.
doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah, she didn't know.
And it seems like it happened fairly quickly. It doesn't sound like, even though we're reading it for like a while of his thoughts, I think it was a pretty sped up quickly quick
Well,
thing.
yeah. I mean, it says this isn't something I can keep from Sandow. Darlington's words, like fingers reaching into her mouth, pinching her tongue, keeping her from crying out. So she didn't say anything. She didn't even say, hey. She literally just stood there and watched it happen because
You're right, because he does say the line, "This isn't a portal, it's a..."
it's a meh.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it starts
And
doing...
he had already
started
threatened
her.
to go to Dean's Shadow. So,
Yeah.
but like, if you remember where we were last week, we had that guy that came and attacked her. It was like a paragraph at the end of the reading where this guy just like came out and attacked her. So we're finally back there after all of this.
And that's exactly where it ended.
And so the reason why I thought this was like a fun little like wrap up of 3 chapters is she's being attacked and she looks at North.
Mm-hmm. It's so cool. It's actually, it really does. I see.
And so North enters her body.
Because like at first she thought she had him, but remember, this guy that's attacking her, she has no clue who he is. He's got some weird connection to Terra, and he has portal magic. He keeps on like popping in and out of places.
Yeah, and it talks about how like I guess each gray feels different when they're possessing you or half possessing you or whatever.
Oda Mae Brown.
I need like a new word for that. But so basically again, the strength of both of them kick his ass and
yeah.
And then Turner
shows up.
The detective shows up and she's like,
he stops it.
Hey, it was portal magic. And he's like, no. She's like, uh-huh.
And it almost like, I feel like Turner, he was very like, so at first I think it's made for the reader to be led on that like Turner is really shocked by seeing that all, because the guy then disappears. He's like, oh, peace out. The portal magic.
Yeah,
but
because the mechanic guy that attacked her just like disappears into the fireplace.
Right. So it seems like he's really freaked out by that.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out at the very end of this chapter, he's like, wait. No, that is impossible. And like, we find out that man, that person is Lance.
Yes.
Gersong, who was Tara's boyfriend.
Yeah, I was going to say blonde girl's boyfriend. Yeah.
Who he said, what he's freaked out is like, I just left him in jail like a minute ago.
Yeah.
So that's what he's freaked out by. Which really is this huge like, okay, what? Because have we learned a lot about Lance? We've learned about her.
I thought he makes, or at least is with people that makes Merity.
Yeah.
He's a drug dealer, basically.
Yes. But I didn't think he had any connection. I knew there were connections, but I didn't think he was the one that had connections to like, having portal magic, things like that.
No.
Like.
No. Well, remember they're involved with all the... So, who knows?
Yeah, they are involved. I just felt like maybe it was just more about, like, the drug stuff, like, that they're involved with. Like, because I feel like portal magic, like, I mean, you would have to be... I mean, come on, you'd have to be part, like, definitely a secret society. Like, I mean, because...
Well, yeah, I mean, they're connected to him, and she had that, like, tattoo and everything, so...
You're right.
Yeah.
So it is coming together that maybe there is a lot more of a connection than what was assumed as they're just townies, which is what we started out with.
Yeah.
Like, don't involve
that's what we're told, yeah.
Yeah. Well...
I liked that little grouping of
I know.
chapters, yeah.
It was a perfect little grouping.
It was.
And it was great. So
yeah.
We'll see what maybe the next grouping will be great. But we have it's that very special time for GrishaCast news. hey, we did this time. We didn't hear the music, but hey, we tried.
That's right.
Hey.
So
Oh, yeah, we got to stop. No, we don't. Oh. Ah! We haven't done the news in so long. Last week we messed up a little bit too because I tried to do it and like oi. But
but
anyway,
we're throwing it to our Grisha in the field.
who can actually do this because we can't. So,
Alex!
hi.
Hello! Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
Too long.
It has been a minute.
Too
Yeah.
long. Ugh.
But I officially got my uniform.
Yes.
Looking hot.
You look
Thank you.
incredible. Ugh. I am so excited that how does it feel to like finally have gotten it? Were you like freaking out?
I was absolutely over the moon. I immediately called my partner and I was like, you have to watch me open this. You have to see my reaction.
Yeah. Oh, because I remember when you ordered that, and that was when the show was about to come out, right? Is that
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
I think it was right after the show
Yeah,
because I had to give
after.
her references.
Exactly. You're right. Yes, that makes sense. Wow. Well, that's so incredible. So I'm guessing the tailor that did this did a phenomenal job.
Oh, absolutely. It is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just in love.
oh, well, if anybody wants to take a look at it, we have got some fantastic images posted on our Instagram. It looks phenomenal. So, yeah, best kefta out there. Category is best kefta. Alex, take it to the runway. 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 Okay, sorry. I've watched it.
And we're back.
Yes, we are back. So,
Yeah.
how is everything else?
It's been interesting.
Yeah.
I've had a few hospital trips. I've had an identity theft crisis that happened today.
Oh, no.
It's been fun, but it's all sorted out now and we're all good.
Well, good. Well, we are excited that our Grisha in the field has made it back.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
well, what you got for us?
It's been such a long time, and I unfortunately only have one piece of news, but it is a fun piece of news. Kaz, Inej, and Jesper, so Freddie Carter, Amita Suman, and Kit Young will all be at New York Comic Con this year. That is the second weekend in October with Lee.
Wow.
That is all on their Instagrams and everything. I would definitely go check that out. And if you can go, definitely try.
I wish. I
Right.
know. Whoever gets to go is so lucky. So,
I'm jealous.
Take me with you.
I am very jealous. However, if you can't go, just letting you know, last year they released the first Grishaverse merch shirts, which I am wearing, but also a little backwards just so you can see this. But anyways, they released more and a lot more actually. Like it's not just I didn't even expect them to release as much as they did. There's 2 pages of stuff, and I even got a cute tote bag that has this on it. That's why I was really excited, the Theory Alki tote bag. And there's some just really cool stuff, and you have to go look at it. So I think, and that is by, I think the company is iHaul or Haul, Haul, and they've just got some really cool stuff. So, anyways, we can finally, Grishaverse merch it out.
Got it there?
I tried.
Say
How'd
that
it
5
sound?
times fast.
Did it work? Good. So, anyways, okay, we'll get your merch on. Grishaverse merch.
Yes, that.
Oh, well, thank you, Alex. We are so happy to have you back, and of course, you've been back. You've always been here, but you've just been in that field,
Yeah, I've been in that field just looking for stuff
just
to catch.
waiting.
Trying to catch news in your little net.
I got my net.
At least now you have a kefta to
keep you warm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
gets cold at night.
if you would like to donate some food, please call the number at the bottom to our Grecian. Keep our Grisha alive. Anyways, well, we are happy. Thank you so much, and we we can't wait to get some more news. Hopefully, sometime soon. So,
Fingers crossed.
yeah. Okay. Well, we love you. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Ah,
They
so-
looked so good.
It's so nice to see them.
Yeah.
I love it. Ugh.
And I want to go to Comic-Con.
I know. And I was telling Terry before the show that there is a lot of merch out there, and I bought a lot of it. So you should buy some. So, anyways, yeah, the Comic-Con. If you can go. Seriously, it sounds like an amazing time. I would just love to go in general just to see everything, but the fact that they're going to be there. I wonder, usually there's a big drop about, like, last year they dropped something about the show to us, so maybe.
Oh, news, yeah.
Yeah, newsworthy coming up. Maybe we'll get a trailer for season 2.
Yeah.
Because is that when I can't remember. That's when it did drop. What? I think it was. Yeah. Oh, well, exciting. So, okay, well, just to let you all know, we're not going to be back next week, unfortunately. Sorry, and it's not over anything except our producer's Billy. So we got some stuff going on, and we just don't have time to be able to record it because we don't want to have a rushed session. So, anyways, we'll be taking a week off, which is hopefully good with everybody because it's going to happen. So we will be back September 2nd, and you know what? We're going to read the next 3 chapters.
Woo!
Maybe it'll be another cute little grouping. Who knows? Okay. Well, anyways, it's been fantastic. We love you all. Don't forget to join our Fable Book Club. And please do go and rate our podcast, especially on Apple Podcasts. Okay. Love you all. Long live the Grishaverse.
Like, we're at the end of the hour, so my voice is a little husky. A+.
No mourners.
No funerals.
This has been GrishaCast. Connect with us on the web at GrishaCast.com. Send an email to info@GrishaCast.com.
Follow us
Ooh!
on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at GrishaCast. Woo!
And thank you to our amazing staff, Chris, Michelle, Alex, and Brenda.